What's up, everybody? Welcome to MyDunnLife. This is where I'll take you and my adventures on two wheels or four. Today, we're out on the 2011 Ultra CVO, and the reason I pause because of the topic of today's video. Do you name your bike? Do you have a name for the bike that you are currently riding? I did name the Dyna, and it became affectionately known as the Dead Man Dyna. And you want that story, go back into my video catalog when I first got the Dyna, and it'll tell you why I called it the Dead Man Dyna. Now, with that said, what is the name of this bike? I hadn't really thought about naming the bike, and if you think about the first bike I had on the channel, which is the 2000 Sportster 883/1200, then you will know I sort of had a name for the bike, but I didn't. It was kind of the old girl, and I say that I didn't affectionately call it that, but I did when I started thinking about this topic of, do I name your motorcycle? And I really got to thinking about it, and I'm like, I used to call it the old girl all the time. And it was usually in a situation where the bike was acting up and was being a bit of a pain in the ass, and I kept telling her, I was like, old girl, if you don't make it home, I'm trading her in for a new model. And the more I think about it, that was pretty much the bike's name. I don't think I ever called it anything other than the old girl. And I am still getting used to this clutch. But anyway, so when I think about the Dyna, like I said, I named it the Dead Man Dyna, and I was sort of thinking about what I might call this bike. You know, these things are called geezer glides. They're called, the old man's bike. But I wanted to think, I was really trying to think of something unique, and evidently the one and only Mr. McStash.
Oh, you didn't know?
Was him and I were talking, and he was talking about how he didn't have a gremlin bell on one of his bikes, and he didn't really, he's kind of said, even I think in a video, that he really doesn't kind of believe in it, but it's a gesture thing amongst riders and family alike, and riders of family alike, is that you gift a bell to a rider for their bike, and typically you get one bell per bike. I did transfer the bell from the Sportster to the Dyna, but I have gifted out a few bells, and I was like, all right, you don't have one, I'm gonna make sure you get one. And so I was scouring the internet, and I had a couple of ideas, and then one popped out. I'm like, why don't I get him a custom engraved bell with his check on a buddy, saying, and I'm like, this is the perfect gift. So I ended up going on Etsy, ordering him one. I'll insert the picture here. I posted it online. And in that conversation, even before he knew I'd actually ordered one, he's like, what do you want? What one do you want for what kind of style do you want one for your bike? And I sent him some pictures of ones with like an Odin face. And you know, I kind of feel like that's the kind of the theme of this bike a little bit. Is it's big, it's old style, you know, kind of that Odin style, you know. And I've always, you know, kind of been a fan of Marvel, and I'm a bit nerdy for anybody that really doesn't know. I am nerdy. And I was definitely like, I kind of want this style. So he bought me one, and him and I kind of exchanged Guardian bells. So I now have an Odin bell on this bike. And for anybody that doesn't kind of know or understand, okay, you couldn't have done that any slower. Anybody that knows kind of the Greek mythology, Valhalla is kind of like the Norse heaven, if you will. And I'm like, that is the perfect name for this bike, is Valhalla. So that is the official name of this 2011 Ultra CVO. And I want to thank Mr. McStash for helping me pick that name. And I texted him like, dude, you don't realize you just caused me to name this bike. He basically caused me the reason why the bike got the name that it got. And so tell me in the description below, or in the comments below, what is the name of your bike? Did you name it? Did somebody else pick that name for you? I'm kind of curious to know. So let me know in the comments below. Spring obviously is right around the corner. I'm actually about to go shoot some video doing some practice with this bike, now affectionately called Valhalla. And so I hope everybody has a great day, has a great week, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Ride safe and ride often. Later.